The current building, which stands directly outside the main gate of the Daimler factory in Stuttgart, was designed by UN Studio. The building was completed and opened on May 19, 2006. The building's height and double helix interior were designed to maximize space, providing 16,000 square meters of exhibition space on a footprint of just 4,800 square meters. It is a level 9 building with a height of 47.5 meters, and the height of the atrium is 42 meters. Historical collections were already maintained by the founding companies. They maintained this collection for their own purposes, for example, safeguarding patents. The systematic assembly of a historical vehicle collection began in 1923. In 1936, the first proper museum came into being, and this was conceived as a public exhibition from the start. However, the collection could not be built for very long, as the museum was cleared on the outbreak of the Second World War. After the Second World War, the first priority for Mercedes-Benz was to reconstruct its damaged plant and restart production. The historical collection was also brought together again, but there was the museum to display the exhibit. In 1961, the Mercedes-Benz Museum was opened to coincide with the 75th anniversary of the automobile. The exhibition, with around 100 vehicles and other exhibits, was an expression of continuity from the invention of the automobile to the technical innovation of recent years. The museum was comprehensively restructured for the 100th year of the automobile anniversary in 1986. The 25-year-old building was given a new front with a continuous glass facade and expanded the enclosed roof over the courtyard. The company continued to develop and expand. To ensure that the brand presentation would keep pace, the decision to construct a new building was taken at the start of the new millennium. The company formalized the list of requirements for a new building. First, it was clear that more vehicles were to be displayed than previously, so as to fully represent the Mercedes-Benz brand and its long history. Second, it must be met the presentation concept that exhibit the very long extensive product and corporate history. Daimler-Chrysler tendered an architectural competition inviting 10 highly reputed studios from all over the world. In January 2002, it was Ben van Berkel and his architecture office, UN Studio in Amsterdam, who emerged the winner. At the same time, he ideally met the spatial and functional requirements of the client and the design depicts the perfect building for the desired presentational concept. Construction contracts were awarded in March 2003 and the foundation stone was laid in September 2003. The museum gradually took shape over the next 2 years. The topping out ceremony for the museum and the start of interior work was in March 2005. The vehicle exhibit was installed by special crane from October to December 2005. This was followed by the opening ceremony on May 19, 2006. For visitors, the museum is the internationally most important brand platform for Mercedes-Benz, and even a reason in itself to travel to Stuttgart from afar. The building concept from the architecture Ben van Berker is a reinvented double helix on the basis of which the 3D freeform structure. The building's interior is inspired by the double helix structure of the DNA spider that carries the human genome. This in turn illustrates the Mercedes-Benz brand's philosophy to continuously create radical new products to advance the cause of human mobility. The structure of the MB Museum is based on a trefoil. This arrangement of space leads to a completely new type of building or sloping building. Like the Guggenheim, the experience begins for visitors with a ride on an elevator to the top floor. From here, occupants and choose one of two paths to descend along: legend path and collection path. These paths meet each other on every floor, offering many possible experiences of the museum. First, 7 legend looms are arranged on the first circuit. They tell the story of the brand in chronological sequence. In the second tour, vehicles are arranged in 5 collection looms, and for decades, brand portfolio and collection are presented in accordance with their diversity. They are transported by elevator to the top floor, from which 2 hours lead back to the starting point in long curves through the expansive collection. One of the lamps leads into galleries where the vehicles are on show. There are an aircraft and other vehicles. Additional design concept is the continuous space. This spiral trefoil structure and the slope of the leading edge indicate vertical continuity. A floor is a vertical continuity, whereas a wall is a vertical discontinuity or barrier. A way to overcome this barrier is to go diagonal or oblique. The Mercedes-Benz Museum is also using the following principles: intertwined oblique system. Next design issue, the building with its core of double helix concrete elements was planned and constructed in just 3 years. In the process, all those involved dependably kept the time plan and budgetary limit of €150 million. All this was made possible by the use of the latest computer technology, which allows the greatest precision with maximum flexibility throughout the entire process. Final design issue is the materials. The museum's shell consists of materials which are also used in the automotive industry: aluminum and glass. Glossy aluminum panels are brighter at night. The museum exhibits a vehicle inside by its feature or vehicle museum. Thus, we consider load of the vehicle except of the self-load. Since its location is in Stuttgart, groundwater happens to flow underground. Thus, factors such as the flow of groundwater beneath the foundation were taken consideration. Due to the groundwater, issues with deeping piling came about. Therefore, alternative solutions were considered by increasing the number of the short piles, thus efficiently distributing the load by using about 850 short piles. Short piles can support 2 meters of thick slab sending the load of the museum. Also, the slab transmits the load by a 3 concrete core structure. Therefore, 3 concrete core structures were constructed before the surrounding buildings as the main structure to carry the load. The exhibition is connected constantly from bottom to top by its double helix. As a feature of the structure, the slope was created. After flattening the floor for the exhibition, the route was made like a video. This task was repeated to create a structure. In addition, formwork was used to solidify an unstructured shape due to the fluidity of concrete. The museum uses curved foam and also effectively implements twisted surfaces. In case of fire, smoke escapes from the building through the smoke elimination system. This is it. It was uniquely developed especially for the museum. Smoke is sucked from the open gallery space into the void, and then released through 144 air nozzles at the top of the atrium. It looks like a tornado. In the picture picture on the left, a custom-built 40-ton crane is concealed beneath the ceiling of the atrium. Its purpose is to install or remove vehicle on level 2 to 7. The exhibit on level 8 a lift over the roof terrace from outside to a height of over 40 meters by a heavy-duty crane. This is our Team 7 study table. Thank you for listening to our presentation.